Morning. Just got back from a walk with Nala, which is always nice whenever she's awake early enough to want to go for a walk. Comet here, being a sleepy bird. So it's currently Wednesday, and yesterday I didn't really have anything to say because I, was just getting started. It's really interesting. So if you're watching this, I'm assuming A, you've already done this, or B, you don't have any intentions of doing this knit along, but are still interested to see what's going on. So the first instruction is provisional cast on, which I've only done once for a cowl. And I was really confused. I'm like, wait, what do you mean we're not joining in the round? And so it starts off flat. And this is my progress so far. So I've got some waves and then this chevron section. And then I just finished the section with my first contrast color. And I think it looks really good and cool, and I love how this yarn is knitting up, even though it's got like subtle pops of color. Like when it's knit up, it's really coming up like it's got like a pastel kind of vibe to it, in my opinion. But so far so good. I have so far been able to understand everything, which is always encouraging, especially when you're doing stuff where it's not like, basic, simple, So far so good, and I haven't had to reference his video, but I have just, after I finish a section, I'll just go back and watch it to make sure that I'm doing it right, which is kind of silly, but yeah, so I'm going to sit and work on this for a little bit and then just get some rows in before the day really gets going. I would say maybe I'm about halfway done, just based on how many more rows are left. I think I'm halfway done, which is exciting because today's Wednesday, and then I can cast on my second sock and hopefully get that done before next Tuesday. Hi, and welcome to this week's vlog. My name is Keiko. This is my first kind of mystery knit along. It's also my first Stephen West design. I always love seeing the shawl along that he hosts, but just shawls are so intimidating to me. So when I saw him post about the surprise sock along, I'm definitely a sock knitter at heart. I have knit I think I'm up to 7 or 8 pairs of socks now. So it's definitely more up my alley and seemed very doable for my life and the amount of time that I have to be knitting. Maybe someday I'll do the shawl along, but for now I'm really excited to be doing the surprise sock along. I was also excited to get a mystery set of yarn because that just seemed like a fun way to kind of celebrate the mysteriousness of it all. So I got his Neon Surprise Mystery Kit, which is by Walk, and I love it. So today I kind of felt like going to the beach. I think it was 72 and just a nice overcast day. I also wanted to take finished objects for my Sweetheart socks, and that used Moonglow Yarn Co.'s Coral Cove sock set. I love the Sweetheart socks pattern. This is my second time knitting them, and I was definitely able to get a better fit, and I just love these colors so much. With my leftovers, I'm already thinking and wanting to cast on some shorty socks with them because I just love these colors so much. So it's currently 2:23 on Monday, July 15th, and I wanted to give an update on my progress. Clue number 2 comes out tomorrow, and I'm almost there with clue number 1. So on my first sock, I have completely finished clue 1. So this was my first time doing a striped I-cord bind off, where the I-cord is striped, changing colors, and it's grafting the two sections together, the two ends. Picked up my provisional cast on and then grafted them together with that. So that was kind of challenging, I would say, but I think it was worth it with the end result. I am really excited to see what will happen next for clue 2. So I have one finished, and then you can see I'm on the first color of my second one. So I kind of changed it up. I'm working on DPN since this is flat. Having the long cord was really bothering me. So for the flat section, I just switched over to DPNs. And yeah, it's been a little bit more of a busy week than I was expecting. Saturday at the farmer's market, I got a bunch of tomatoes, so I spent all day Saturday canning tomato sauce, and I think I got like 9 pints, and my goal is to have 24 pints by the end of summer. And then I'm also gonna can some salsa once chili peppers start coming in. I'm sitting on the floor because Nala's taking a nap. She's our resident nap queen. And then we're joined by Comet today. Usually if she's out, she's not gonna be yelling like how she was yelling last week. I currently have the dryer running, and you shouldn't be able to hear that, but if you can't hear that, I'm sorry. Got a little bit more cleaning to do, just like vacuuming and stuff, and then I'm hoping to finish at least the colors by the end of today. And then after the colors, it's really quick because it's just the chevron section and binding off. Tomorrow I do have a friend coming into town, so for Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be busy running around, but I'm hoping to get some knitting in. She's coming into town because we're gonna go to the Hollywood Bowl and see Ray Chen perform with LA Phil. He's playing Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto, and then I believe the LA Phil's gonna do a Mendelssohn piece. So I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully getting some knitting done at the Hollywood Bowl too, I think would be really cool and fun. I mean, because I'm always carrying around a sock project with me anyway. But we'll see if clue 2 looks kind of doable, or if I just want to bring my basic socks, and that way I don't really have to worry about it and I have just a lot of mindless knitting. So for the first time recently, I brought my knitting to a show. I went to a little jazz show at this like local kind of wine bar, cocktail bar, but they just have jazz, like live music all the time. And I brought my knitting with me, and I was able to finish knitting my foot of my sock during it, and I was really proud of myself because I've been working on not looking or knitting in the dark, and I was able to knit for the whole, I think I was there for 2.5 hours, and I just knit straight and I finished the foot of my sock. So I have just gotten the first 2 rows on my next basic sock going, and then that'll be the last pair of this pattern that I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm using up the main color. I'm gonna get 3 pairs of shorties out of that. The sock pattern that I'm doing is the Simple Shorty Sock by MSC Makes. The yarn I'm using, the main color is La Bien Amée, Amée's sweater. in her merino super sock. And then the contrasting colors are from a set that I got from Craftily Dyed Yarns. These both need to get blocked, but the good thing is all the ends are woven in, so I'm really proud of myself. But it's a long tangent for these shorty socks are kind of like my go-to summer mindless sock project, walking project, stuff like that. I'm not sure if I'll be bringing the shorty sock or if I'll be trying to work on Clue 2. Not sure yet. I don't foresee bringing knitting needles into the Hollywood Bowl as an issue because, like, you're allowed to bring your own wine, and how do you open a bottle of wine? You need a wine key, and that's a lot sharper than knitting needles, but I am always a little hesitant to bring knitting needles to certain events, so hopefully that's not an issue, so I can have my knitting, my mindless knitting during the concert. That would be great. Yeah, so even though the week got a little busy, I'm still really proud of the progress that I made. At the very minimum, I'm like glad that I got one sock done, so that way if I don't feel like finishing Clue 1 on that and I want to start on Clue 2 tomorrow, I can, because I have this finished. And yeah, I mean, overall I think that this was a good week. Gonna wrap this up a little early, even though I'll have some more progress on this tonight. Gonna wrap this up a little early so I can edit the vlog and then post it for Tuesday, which is exciting. That feels good. And then get started on next week's vlog for Clue 2. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you're working on, if you're participating in the surprise sock along too, and if you are, what yarn did you choose to use? And yeah, I will see you next week with a vlog for Clue 2. Hopefully have some little footage from all my little adventures that I decide to go on next week. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Say bye, Comet. They're both sleepy. Must be nice. I want to take a nap too.